ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकराचार्यवर्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। Today is Ganesh Chaturthi. Bhagavan Sri Ganesha is one and only Bhagavan who does all the three. One, he initiates Adhyatmic sadhana in us. He removes all the obstacles en route, and he is the giver of the Vijaya or success or Siddhi. And for us, Ganapati is no less than Parabrahma Tattva himself. So throughout the day, we will be in the Ganesha Smarana, Ganesha Upasana and Ganesha Prarthana. Here also, today's our class, we start with Ganesha Namaskaram and we do Ganapatya Shirsha Upanishad Parayanam. That will be our Upasana for Ganesha. Just remember his beautiful divine form and also know that he is Parabrahma only. Then doing all Upasana at his feet, asking him to bless for the spiritual unfoldment of us and the entire world. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Shri Mahaganadipataye Namaha. Om Gananantva Ganavadigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspadana Shrunvannote Veseda Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganadivataye Namaha. Dhyayami Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Om Sumukhastaikadantashcha Kapilo Gajakarnikah Lambodharascha Vigato Vignarajo Vinayaka Dhomaketurganadhyaksho Falachandro Gajananah Vakratundah Shurpakarnah Heramba Skandapurvajaha. Om Shri Mahaganadivataye Namaha. Pushpai Pujayami Dhupadipa Naivedyan Samarpayami Tambulam Samarpayami Nirajanam Darshayami. Om Natatra Suryo Bhati Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kutoyam Agnihi Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam Tasya Vasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. Mangala Nirajanam Darshayami. Swarna Mantra Pushpam Falani Pushpanjalim Atma Pradakshina Namaskaran Samarpayami. Chatra Chavara Nutya Geetan Darshayami. Andolika Samarpayami. Ashwan Gajan Arohan Aropayami. Samasta Shaktiopachara Bhaktiopachara Rajopachara Devopacharan Samarpayami. Om Ganganavade Namaha. Atha Shri Ganapathyathava Shirsha Upanishadः Parayana Om Shri Mahaganapatim Toshayami. We will chant now Shri Ganapathyathava Shirsha Upanishad as our Upasana prayer to Ganapati. asking him to make us start the sadhana of going beyond the upadhis. May he remove all the obstacles en route. May he be with us till we reach to the success of experiencing our own Atma Tattva. Chanted Om Adha Ganapathyatarvashirsha Upanishada Om Bhadram Karnevihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Bhashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtvagam Sastanovihi Vyasheva Devahitayadayuho Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातो ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि वृत्येते त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वम् अवस्थात्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रस्त्वमग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवः सुवरोम गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादींस्तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धं एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादः सन्धानं सगंहिताः सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निःसृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं लक्प्रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः एतदथर्वशीर्षयोधीते स ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते स सर्वविघ्नैर्न बाध्यते स सर्वत्र सुखमेधते स पञ्चमहापापात् प्रमुच्यते सायमदीयानो दिवसकृतं पापं नाशयति प्रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पावन्नाशयति सायं प्रातः पापो भवते सर्वत्राधीयानोपविघ्नो भवते धर्मार्थकाममोक्षं च विन्दते इदमथर्वशीर्षवशिष्याय न देयं यो यदि मोहात् दास्यति स पापेयान् भवते सहस्रावर्तनाद्यम्यं काममधीते तं तमनेन साधयेत् अनेन गणपतिमभिषिञ्चति स वाग्मी भवते चतुर्थ्यामनष्टं जपति स विद्यावान् भवति इत्यथर्वणवाक्यं ब्रह्माद्यावरणं विद्यान्न बिभेति कदाचनेति यो दूर्वाङ्कुरैर्यजति स वैश्रवणोपमो भवति यो लाजैर्यजति स यशोवान् भवति स मेधावान् भवति यो मोदकसहस्रेण यजति स वाञ्छितफलमवाप्नोति यस्साज्य समिद्भिर्यजति स सर्वं लभते स सर्वं लभते अष्टौ ब्राह्मणान् सम्यक् ग्राहयित्वा सूर्यवर्चस्वी भवति सूर्यग्रहे महानद्यां प्रतिमा सन्निधौ वा जप्त्वा सिद्धमन्त्रो भवते महाविघ्नात् प्रमुच्यते महादोषात् प्रमुच्यते महाप्रत्यवायात् प्रमुच्यते स सर्वविद् भवति स सर्वविद् भवते य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषद ओम शान्तिः 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 27 times Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha. Let us do the mantra, asking again Bhagavan Ganapati to make us start the actual inner spiritual sadhana and remove obstacles at all levels. Give us the siddhi of Atmanubhuti very, very soon. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Shri Mahaganadivataye Namaha. Namaskaromi Atmanubhava Siddhyartham Sadhana Siddhyartham Prarthayami. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Throughout the day, we in some or the other Stotra Parayanam of Ganapati, Smarana of Ganapati, Namocharana, most importantly, continuously praying to him to give us exclusively the Adhyatmika sadhana as well as siddhi, removing outer inner obstacles. Okay, now let us come to our Parayanam. Today yesterday we concluded Taittiriya round. One more round will start today. Om Atha Shri Taittiriya Upanishadaha Parayanam Pratama Siksha Valli. Om Shanna Mitra Samvarunaha Shanna Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Rutam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavado Tadvaktaramavato Avatu Mam अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ शिक्षां व्याख्यास्यामः वर्णस्वरः मात्राबलं सामसन्तानः इत्युक्तः शिक्षाध्यायः। सहनौ यशः सहनौ ब्रह्मवर्चसम् अथा तत्संहिताया उपनिषदं व्याख्यास्यामः पञ्चस्वधिकरणेषु अधिलोकमधिज्यौतिषमधिविद्यमधिप्रजमध्यात्मम् तामहासंहिता इत्यचक्षते। अथाधिलोकम् पृथिवीपूर्वरूपं द्यौरुत्तररूपम् आकाशः सन्धिः वायुः सन्धानम् इत्यधिलोकम्। अथाधिज्यौतिषम् अग्निः पूर्वरूपम् आदित्य उत्तररूपम् आपः सन्धिः वैद्युतः सन्धानम् इत्यधिज्यौतिषम्। अथाधिविद्यम् आचार्यः पूर्वरूपम् अन्तेवास्युत्तररूपम् विद्यासन्धिः प्रवचनगं सन्धानम् इत्यधिविद्यम्। अथाधिप्रजम् माता पूर्वरूपम् पितोत्तररूपम् प्रजासन्धिः प्रजननगं सन्धानम् इत्यधिप्रजम्। अथाध्यात्मम् अदराहनु पूर्वरूपम् उत्तराहनुरुत्तररूपम् वाक्सन्धिः जिह्वासन्धानम् इत्यध्यात्मम् इति महासंहिताः। य एवमेतामहासंहिता व्याख्याता वेद सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेनान्नाद्येन सुवर्गेण लोकेन। Ganapati is Pranava Swarupa. Let us continue chanting, asking Ganapati Bhagwan to give us medha as well as all the dhana and right use of dhana for the removal of all upatta durita. Continue. Yaschandasam vrishabho vishwarupaha chandobhyodhyamrutat sambhavova samendro medhaya sprunoto अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्याम्भोरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मण कोशोऽसि मेधया विहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय आवहन्ते वितन्वान कुर्वाणा चीरमात्मनः वासागंसि मम गावश्च अन्नपाने च सर्वदा ततो मे श्रियमावह लोमशां पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा विमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा प्रमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा दमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा शमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा यशोजनेसानि स्वाहा श्रेयान्वस्य सोसानि स्वाहा तन्त्वापगप्रविशानि स्वाहा समापगप्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निभगाहन्त्वयि स्वाहा यथा पप्रवतायन्ते यथा मासा अहर्जरम् एवं मां ब्रह्मचारिणः धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषत् ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि Vyakyayam Sampraniyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The simple introduction today is what? Slowly, by our prayers to Lord and our own efforts, we have to see that we come out of the Rajas, Tamas, and we are into the Sattva all the time. Second point for the day is what? The Prarabdha takes our body, our life into different positions or statuses every hour, every day, of which we don't have control. So, going through all of them, still maintaining our swadhyaya, our sadhana ityadi, is the art we have to learn. In that, whatever the things that have to be done, can be done, must be done, that much we do regarding maintaining the body, regarding anything to be done in the world. Thus far, no further. But we should learn the art of negotiating through the world and keep on doing our chosen adhyatmic sadhana. Third one, definitely, we being very alpa jiva, we don't have that much ability, capacity to come out of the clutches of Maya to pursue Adhyatmikata. Therefore, who can help us is the Ishvara chosen in any of the Devata Rupa. So, with full faith in that Devata Rupa, prayers and upasanas, we have to help ourselves in being continuous, consistent on the sadhana in spite of all insufficiencies or the obstacles. So these are the few things when they are there with us, along with the relentlessness, along with sincerity and regularity, slowly, day by day, year by year, life by life, we grow. Never ever give up this path. That is a commitment we tell to ourselves. Now we are in the Adhyayanam of our Taittiriya Upanishad. We have seen sufficiently our Pratama Siksha Anuvakaha. We have 3 or 4 more Anuvaka. Ninth Anuvakam, which told us about the balance between our outer worldly Vyavahara to avoid the sin of omission and the study of Shastra and doing sadhana to avoid the sin of commission means not doing. This also sin of omission only. Both of them are beautifully brought. Any number of Shastras or Gurus, any number of such beautiful advices, guidance they may give, it is we who have to take that knowledge into our heart, not keeping only at the ear level or intellectual level. Some are only at the ear level. Some of us get the knowledge up to the buddhi level. This knowledge at the buddhi level makes us help with this knowledge the others, never helps us. From the buddhi, when the knowledge comes to the heart, wherein we take that knowledge for ourselves and we feel that we must practice that knowledge for our own betterment and development. In this way, any number of knowledges we gain, only those which we have taken into our heart are practiced by us and are blessings to us, no other way. So we are studying from so many days, but how much of the thing we took heart is subjective, and then only we'll relentlessly do our sadhana. In this regard, also, let us pray to Bhagavan to bless us in this way that Adhyatmikata we take to the heart. The theme explained we thoroughly understand. The means told we understand and take them to the heart, and in the genuine faith, little by little consciously, we do the due sadhana so that we are happy in doing sadhana. The happy and perfect doing of sadhana definitely gives us unfailing results. So, with the introduction, we are almost through to this ninth Anuvakam. Let us chant today this one and conclude the study of it. Om Athanavamo Nuvakaha Rudanja Swadhyaya Pravachane Cha Satyam च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च तपश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च दमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च शमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्नयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्निहोत्रं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अतिथयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च मानुषं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजा च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजनश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यमिति सत्यवचाराथीतरः तपैति तपो नित्यपौरुषिष्टिः स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एवेति नाको मौद्गल्यः तद्धिदपस्तद्धिदपः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So here in this mantra we can see the Shruti Mata, the Rishi's beautiful advice of not compromising one for the other and understanding the need of both of them, thus not sparing any efforts, not entering to any tamas of laziness, nor entering into any rajas of a feeling of entertainment in the world. Fully we are told to engross in the due duties to be done, and a part of the duties, studying our Adhyatma Shastra, teaching to others, practicing it and growing. In this way only we come out of the lower tamo rajoguna and come into sattva, and sattva is used for the divinity. Therefore, the divinity starts entering into us. We can even experience that also. There is no other way. Then, along with these 12 things, any of the such obligations, in fact, every one of them have come in this list. If at all one or two are missing, understand the Shruti Mata saying is, let us not become irresponsible toward the world which is supporting us, toward the people who are helping us, loving us, guiding us, taking care of us, toward the entire Prakriti without which we can't live. So, that also is a sadhana. Giving up everything as doing sadhana is not sadhana. Doing everything required is called sadhana. And at a later stage, we may be freed from all obligations where we can exclusively do our dhyana, abhyasa, ityadi. But till we reach to that state of being, we have to very fully alert about our own maintenance, about our own contribution, participation in the world duly, and all that should lead to the Adhyatmikata itself. And then each of the qualities that are mentioned here, Rutam, Satyam, Tapaha, Damaha, every one of them have the Indriya, the Nigraha, clearance of the debts, removal of the vasanas, control of the faculties, empowering them, divinizing them. All these are the things that are hidden when we are doing as said by Shruti Mata here, including Prajacha Swadhyaya, Prajanascha Swadhyaya, Prajatishcha Swadhyaya. Up above, Atitayaha Manusham. Then above that, Agnayaha Agnihotram. And over that, Shamadama, और उससे ऊपर हमको बताया तपस्या. And then the Rutam Satyam. Remember these 12 words. Rutam, Satyam, Tapaha, Damaha, Shamaha, then Agnayaha, Agnihotram, Atitayaha, Manusham, Prajacha, Prajatihi, Prajanana. Prajaha, Prajananam, Prajatihi. 12 things, just remember and understand at various stages of our life, our responsibility toward them. Keep fulfilling them so that there is no pratyavaya dosha. In that way, with the knowledge that this is what is to be done, with the Shraddha in the Shruti, that Shruti Mata only told me to do for my own benefit. With these two as support, encouraging us, inspiring us, we have to do all this. While doing so, any of the obstacles of laziness, any of the obstacles of distraction come, we should be able to keep us free from their influence. This entire thing is called as serious, sincere Adhyatmikata. Clear? Now we will straight away see what Bhagavan explained to us, the need of this Swadhyaya Pravachana repeated so many times by the Rishi in this Upanishads, Navama Anuvaka. And you and I, as the Adhyatmika Sadhakas, students of the Upanishad, should feel so much responsible to listen and understand, and so much to the heart. Every word said by Shruti Mata should be taken. Like if I love someone, every word said by that person is so appreciated, liked by me, I take it to my heart. Now let us love the Rishimunis and also the Shruti Mata and what they are teaching. Let us engross ourselves in the teaching, not keeping that learning or the teaching separate from me as if there is no relation between that and me. Many a times in our tamoguna or inadvertence, we do the things but yet we don't get benefit out of it because we don't relate ourselves with that. We keep it away. यहाँ ऐसा नहीं, श्रुति माता के प्रति आदर के साथ इस ज्ञान को दूर नहीं रखना और साथ में हृदयंगम करना है. Every word of the Upanishad. Then really we come to the Upanishadic expectation level. Then Upanishad Mata, Shruti Mata reveals the truth to all of us. So, after seeing all these 12 of them, what Bhagavan Shankara said is so important. Sentence is simple in reading, very simple in understanding, but important in it deeply taking it to the heart and practice. Yaad rakhna, we have seen this thought some 10-12 days back that the sadhanas are very simple. But on the name of sadhana is very tough and difficult. We search for tough and difficult sadhanas. Simple sadhana which will redeem us, that we neglect. ऐसा में बहुत ज़्यादा गंभीर नहीं है. बस सुबह उठो, नहा लो, अपना ध्यान में बैठो कुछ देर, उसके बाद डू योर उपासनास and then whatever agnihotra to be done, go to the office, work, come back, sit at the feet of the Lord, study his kathas, listen his katha, do bhajan kirtana, then sleep and continue in and through pray. Lord, may I become more and more qualified to near you. May I experience you both as Atmavastu, both also as the Ishvara or Parameshwara or the Jagadrupa. Keep on doing that much. In course of time, the Antakarna Shuddhi happens. In course of time, Ekagratas happen. In course of time, the sadhana has become deepened and slowly it leads to the Anubhuti. It's that much only. To the mind and to the thoughts that come to the mind and to the body, the problems come to the body, and to the world, the temptations and troubles the world is giving us. When we give undue importance to these 5, 6 things, then sadhana appears to be very heavy and tough and difficult. That's what today introduction first thought we said was what? That has its own track. The two tracks are always in us. One, the track of the upadhis and their prarabdha. Second is the track of sadhana, which we have to deliberately do, knowing what is to be done as told by Guru and Shastra. बस इन दोनों पटरियों में जिंदगी चलता ही रहना. And make it simpler but sincere, simpler but regular, simpler but committed, simpler but actually doing it. Keep on involving in that, it happens. Now, what did he say? Hmm, कि सर्वैः एतैः कर्मभिः युक्तस्य अपि स्वाध्याय प्रवचने यत्नतः अनुष्ठेये इति एवम् अर्थं सर्वेण सह स्वाध्याय प्रवचन ग्रहणम्. सर्वेण सह स्वाध्याय प्रवचनम ग्रहणम किमर्थम? सर्वेण सह means with each of these 12 things. स्वाध्याय प्रवचन ग्रहण means स्वाध्याय प्रवचन की बात भी गुरु ने कहा. किमर्थम? किमर्थम? why it is said? Because सर्वैः एतैः कर्मभिः युक्तस्यापि, the one who is involved in all this karma means what? All of them also are bounden duties to be done. Who is saying? The Upanishad Shruti Mata herself is ordering us that we have to be yukta, steadfast, disciplined, very matured in knowing the importance of all these things to be done and definitely involving in them. That's what meaning of the word yuktasya. Sarvaihi etai karmabhi yuktasyapi. Means the one who is yukta means yoked to. Yukta means intelligent enough. Yukta means matured enough that he is involving in all of them. Itself shows, first of all, whether spiritual or not we are. The day-to-day activities what have to be done as listed out here have to be done first of all without laziness. Then add that what is spiritual or not, we must be spiritual also. सर्वैः एतैः कर्मभिः युक्तः का अर्थ क्या हुआ कि इन सारे कर्मों को करने के बावजूद भी, मतलब करते हुए, मतलब विथ कमिटमेंट वी आर डूइंग, मतलब it is Rishi Suti Mata's order that none of these should be neglected for any reason. That is the important sadhana. See, the forgetfulness, the negligence, the irresponsibility because of laziness or any cranky mind is never ever endorsed or accepted or promoted by any of the scriptures or gurus, and forget about naming them as even sadhana. Never ever. We can't justify our forgetfulness or irresponsibility. So, sarvaihi etaihi karmabhi yuktaha. And when it is told, really we are yukta in doing all this karma, and we say that we don't have time for this Svadhyaya Pravachana, that is where the equal importance to the second portion also Shruti Mata gave Bhagavan Shankara is bringing it to our clear understanding or notice. He says, Sarvai hetai karma में युक्त स्यापी, इन सारे कर्मों में बिजी रहते हुए भी not अपि स्वाध्याय प्रवचने, both स्वाध्याय and प्रवचनम, स्वाध्यायः अध्ययनम, pravachanah adhyapanam brahmayajno va. Then all other meanings which we gave, swadhyaya and pravachanam, both of them yatnatah anushtaye. What we have to add this, the clear understanding of both these words. One is anushtaye, means should be done as anushtanam, and when you have taken it for anushtana or vratam, then I'll definitely do. It's not that because you said it, you'll do definitely, it will just happen. Like you thought yesterday night का सुबह क्लास से पहले ही पूरा गणपति पूजा करूंगा. So that type of anushtana, you took it. But morning, do you think we get up? The जन्म का जो laziness है सोने वाला, except some few people very lucky that they sleep early and get up early, to all others, it is such a toughest job to get up in the morning only. Yet, to fulfill the commitment, the Anushtana of Ganapati Puja, if we have done the Yatna to get up, whether the Yatna is alarm, Yatna of asking the wife or husband to wake up, Yatna of sleeping early, Yatna of keeping stomach empty earlier night, जो भी चाहिए उसका प्रयत्न ही बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट. तो इसमें क्या कह रहे हैं, दो इम्पोर्टेंट बातें समझना कि स्वाध्याय प्रवचन can be very easily given up and compromised with hundreds and thousands of reasons. One important reason is without performing them also the life is going on. Without doing Swadhyaya Pravachana also the life is going on. So when the life goes on without something, then we think that something is not required. Biggest problem in spirituality is what? Without even iota of Adhyatma also, like any of the Pashu Pakshi, we can live. But to understand the importance of spiritual life, be attentive. Then coming to our highest level of inner conviction that it should be practiced as Anushtana itself is a great evolution, great leap. Why people don't do spirituality? कोई कंपल्सन नहीं है उनको, क्योंकि नहीं करने से कोई नौकरी नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है, करने से कुछ एक्स्ट्रा सीमिंग पॉजिटिविटी प्रॉफिट ऑफ द वर्ल्डलीनेस उनको नहीं दिख रहा है. And those are bahirmukha. For them, the money objects are important, so that is given by the naukri. Spirituality gives only Atma Tattva, that they don't want. Therefore, majority of them don't go there only towards it. क्योंकि स्पिरिचुअलिटी जो हमें गारंटी देती है उसको हमें जरूरत ही नहीं है. वी आर हैप्पी विद अर्थ कामा, वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन तत्व ज्ञान मोक्षम. Such a big problem. So the word we are explaining here, anushteyam. Anushteyam means what? Taking spirituality as anushtana. Both spiritual goal and spiritual sadhana and spiritual life, taking is a anushtanam is a high level of maturity. Has it come to us? For us, taking the study of Shastra as anushtanam has come to some extent. Therefore, even if it is Ganesh Chaturthi, Janmashtami, Every festival also, without compromising, we are studying. So the Anushtana up to studying the Shastra level has come to us. But this is only a beginning. Our feeling of Anushtana should percolate to the next level of doing Mananam Chintanam, next level of Dhyanam, and the final level of 24 hours I am doing spirituality only. To that level, our feeling that Sadhyatmikata is an Anushtana to me, I have to mature into, I have to grow into. And nobody can do it for us, unfortunately. What I have to know is, it is my life, I have to evolve, I have to know the spiritual truth. For that, I have to do Adhyatmic Sadhana, and I have to take it as Anushtana. Not, no, nobody will can tell us, and nobody can tell us continuously. When you meet the Guru once in a while, he'll tell, "हाँ बेटा आध्यात्मिक दावी करनी है, you should do it like Anushtana also." He says, but every day you are not with the Guru to inspire you. Who else is left in our life to consistently inspire ourselves that we have to take up Adhyatmika Sadhana as Anushtanam? Nobody other than. Recognize that there's nobody other than me, then take your own help for yourself by taking the Adhyatmika Sadhana as Anushtana. So for the one for whom the whole world is Anushtana is called as Pakka 100% Samsara. The one who is doing both world and Samsara Sadhana little is a Madhyavarti. The one who takes spiritual sadhana as full anushtana, he is spiritually growing or developed or evolved and started to become mature. We are trying to feel what Bhagavan Shankara has meant in using the word anushtaye, anushtana. Spirituality is anushtana, ये हमको लेना पड़ता है. ना भगवान फोर्स करेंगे, ना दुनिया फोर्स करेगी, ना उसके बिना गुजारा चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा. जरूर चलता है. You work, you get the money, you buy the things, you eat, you sleep. Where is the need of Anushtanam? That's how all these corporate world youngsters of Naukaris, 14 hours, even work from home also 2 hours, 16 घंटे उसी में लगाते हैं. उनको लाखों रुपए मिल रहा है, उनको स्पिरिचुअलिटी जिंदगी में जरूरत ही नहीं है, ऐसा फीलिंग में रहते हैं वो लोग. Not only them, everyone who never feels spirituality gives Atma Jnanam, and that's Mukti, and that we need. Everybody who doesn't feel that, to all of them, spirituality is not at all an important part. Anushtana is taking it to the heart and doing every day. The meaning of non-anushtana is irregular and insincere. कभी लगा तो लगा, मौका मिला तो किया, नहीं तो छोड़ दिया, इत्यादि. First, feel the meaning of word anushtaya. Second is what? Even if you are taking it as anushtana, so many obstacles, terrible, come from within and without. Therefore, in spite of all of them, managing, negotiating them, through all of them, the ability to do the anushtana or sadhana is called as yatnataha. So, as much important the word anushtanam is the important the word yatnataha anushtaye. So by this, what he is hinting, every individual, because of the quantity of his caught up in the prakriti, caught up in the vasana, caught up with the obligations and the duties, sadhana never becomes easy. And therefore, you have to do the yatna to continue the anushtana. बिना प्रयत्न का नहीं होता. और वो प्रयत्न कौन करेगा मेरे लिए? मुझे ही करना. This now should remove that thought that the Lord will bless, then automatically it will happen. ऐसा नहीं होता. हमें स्वयं का भी प्रयत्न अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेकर आध्यात्मिकता का करना है. So become conscious of I, become the conscious of responsible है, become conscious of responsible committed I, who knows what to be done, and he does it with full due effort from his side. Everything demands prayatnam, please remember. And anything when done with prayatnam definitely gives a result. Without prayatna, nobody can do anything. Without prayatna, nothing happens. Without prayatna, nobody gets anything. Whether it's worldly or spiritual. One point. Second is what? The main structure of the sentence you feel. Sarvaihi etaihi yuktasya abhi. When you are doing these things and they appear to be endless, you understand? Especially their grahastha ashrama. When you become older, they reduce in the quantity. All the above said 12 things. But खासकर उम्र 25 से 50 के बीच में up to 60 तक, they are all so important and उसमें इतना हमको जाना पड़ता है इन 12 चीज़ों में, and we get so tired. Remember, there's always a tendency कि अब तक फुर्सत नहीं है, I'm busy in so many duties. This alone I will consider as sadhana. Whatever spirituality, O Lord, O Master, O Guru, you are saying, I'll do it after retirement. I'll do it after 15, 20 years. That type of postponement, though appears to be very wonderful to justify the non-doing of sadhana in the present, but not doing sadhana becomes a strong habit. And when we grow to that age, none of the faculties will cooperate with us. Then the spirituality only remains as a dream. So, what is therefore the Rishi is mentioning here is in your own grahastha kala, with your own so much a busy schedule, with all the activities, along with taking care of your own self, there only you have to find time and put due efforts to do this Svadhyaya Pravachana. Don't wait for another noble or occasion, convenient. No. याद रखना कोई कन्वीनियंट टाइम नहीं होता. प्लीज याद रखना कोई टाइम कन्वीनियंट प्लेस नहीं होता. प्लीज याद रखना कोई कन्वीनियंट परिस्थिति नहीं होता. जो है सो है, जैसा है वैसा है, जैसा आएगा वैसा आएगा, वो कभी भी हमारे हाथ में नहीं होता. दिस अ ट्रिक ऑफ द माइंड not allowing us to do sadhana in the present, which it does by making us postpone sadhana, telling us उधर जाकर करेंगे या उस समय में करेंगे या ऐसी जब परिस्थिति होएगी तो करूंगा. Is it not? The paristhiti drushti, what do we say? When everything in the house settles, then I do the sadhana, and it never gets settled. Please remember, even if one thing settles, other comes, again the same thought comes. ये भी होने दो, फिर करूँगा. वो भी होने दो, ये भी करूँगा. Never ever the paristhithis are convenient. Is it not? Children are born now. Is it not that I have to attend to them? Attend them. Then they are little grown. Then that time also again the paristhithis, we have to see their education. The little more they have grown, बाबा जी उनको भी नौकरी दिलाकर शादी नहीं कराना गया. वो करना है. After that, in a year, they get children. See, they are busy, both of them in working. No, who will there to help them? Is it not my duty and dharma? Swamiji, you only told Prajatishcha Swadhyaya Pravachanija. परिस्थितियां ऐसे ही होता ही रहेंगे होते. Place, any place you go, leaving your house to other. Remember, this problem will not be there. There will be some other convenience other than this, no doubt. But that place will have its own problem. Like you imagine, leaving everything, let me go to jungle. Are in the jungle, you don't have all the things required immediately available. There is always fear threatening from every source. Is it not? Never, if you want to be matured in spirituality, never imagine of changing the place. Because place wherever you go, there you are. Rather, the place where we are put is put by the God only, no? And wherever Bhagavan puts us, that He puts us for our own evolution, there itself. यहाँ रहकर ही मैं क्या करूं तो साधना होता है. वो बंदा जो है डिस्कवर करेगा, जहां रहेगा वो डिस्कवर करेगा और अपना साधना करेगा. See that Brahmanas who are very anushtana oriented in their yajnopavita rupa, all that sandhyavandanam, wherever they are, even their army NCC में कहीं भी हो, अपना सब ले आकर somehow they find the time and they do it or not. रिमेंबर, परिस्थितियां ऐसा ही रहेंगे. देखते देखते हम विदाउट डूइंग एनी साधना बुढ़े बनकर मर जाते हैं. परिस्थिति कन्वीनियंट नहीं होता. In that very much परिस्थिति itself we have to somehow manage to do this स्वाध्याय प्रवचनम. याद है, समझ में आया बात? Whatever परिस्थिति is there, in that only, even if you have to go to the emergency ward, ICU ward, वहां भी स्वाध्याय प्रवचन करके जाना है. Even on that operation table, doctor says मैं ऑपरेशन करनी, you ask him, सर 10 मिनट टाइम है क्या? 10 मिनट नहीं है, 5 मिनट है. 5 मिनट है, so get my book स्वाध्याय प्रवचना, take it. That is the thing we have to keep as an ideal. If that is not done, only the anukula paristhiti comes, I do sadhana of swadhyaya pravachana, it will never happen. Point one. So too, the second one is the desha. There is no place that it is convenient or not convenient. Whichever the place the Lord has placed you, according to your prarabdha, that is the best place for you to evolve. We listen the people staying here and there, and we get what do you say, affected by them, influenced by them. Therefore we feel कि हमको भी मौका मिल जाए, हम जाकर. Like when we are at home, we think आश्रम में जाकर करो तो कितना बढ़िया साधना होता है. It's only imagination. And all those who think you might have gone to the ashram sometime, na? Then what was there? एक दिन दो दिन था. Remaining again after that, again the same mind works, and you make the ashram as samsara and grahastha. Not that we do there, because wherever we go, there we are with our own mind. And by Lord's grace, if that opportunity really comes, make use of it and go there and do sadhana only there. Clear? So to the Kala. There is no Kali Yuga, the terrible Kali Yuga, Bhayankar it is, such a one ki I can't do sadhana in these times, that's also wrong. काल कुछ भी हो, बी अटेंटिव, देश कुछ भी हो और परिस्थिति कुछ भी हो, हमें अपने आध्यात्मिक साधना को अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेकर प्रयत्न से उसको करना है. Left to ourselves, millions of the thoughts in the mind come to justify us not doing sadhana. अब ले लो इस बात को. That's what we were going on getting. Cheated the mind by mind and went on, kept the spirituality away. We have grown in our life, in our maturities, in so many things of the world, but in this we still continue to be a childlike. We postpone our sadhyaya pravachana for something or the other, inconvenient time or place or any of this situation. होता नहीं हो. There's no convenient time better than this moment. There's no convenient place better than where I am placed by the Lord. There's no convenient situation, better situation than this. वो पेट का दर्द होता ही रहेगा. Still you have to do. This I have learned from my mother. You know, mother. So many, because 4 days वो लोग लगातार उपवास में रहते थे. For various things. उनका क्या जिंदगी पता ही नहीं. And because of all that, you know, food has not gone sufficient, etc. Terrible, some headache is there, but they don't even bother about it. What daily routine has to be done, they keep on doing only. हमको इतना छोटा सा ठीक हुआ, स्वामी जी मेरे को सर्दी लगी है, 2000 साल तक मैं सत्संग में नहीं आ रहा हूँ. हो गया. You understand? See, we have to recognize it. This is what the meaning I said to the word anushthan. That is the beauty we help to ourselves. And anyone, I said this very vehemently yesterday, anyone who has taken his life and in the life as spiritual goal and sadhana as anusthana, he alone has done, he alone has achieved. The one who has taken it for granted, taken it lightly, in the list of priority, it's kept at the end. Other things are given more importance. That person never did sadhana, never enjoyed doing sadhana, never has grown, never fulfilled his life. Choice is in our hands. अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेकर, अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेने के मात्र से आराम से काम नहीं बनता. So many difficulties होते हैं उसमें. In spite of all that, यत्नेन कर्तव्यः. Now remember how much feeling Shankara must be having to convey the main thing to us through these two very sacred and selected words. Yatnena anushtaye. You can't just say that हाँ प्रयत्न से अनुष्ठान के रूप में करो, करके आगे नहीं बढ़ना. उसी में पूरा मसाला है, उसी को हमें पूरा निचोड़ना है. Like the honeybee, it goes all around the flower and the plant and the leaves. But when it finds the honey and the behind back of the flower, it stays there and goes on staying there till the entire honey is taken. We also should know which are the crucial inspiring thoughts of our shastra or study. There we have to pause and cull out the maximum essence from that. In this context, yatnena anushtaye is the most important word. We try to tell that in this way, convenient places, times, and situations never come, and temptations will never stop, obligation duties never stop. You understand that threatenings, frightenings, problems, they will never stop. Yet, it is our attitude of Anushtana which will give us a chance to do sadhana. And the Anushtana attitude also is not sufficient. What is very important is Yatnena. यत्नेना. देखो अब तक जो हम वहम में थे कि कुछ ऐसा हो जाएगा अपने आप साधन होता है, वो अभी हमेशा के लिए निकाल देना एंड रिप्लेस इट विद द थॉट कि हाउ मच एफर्ट एंड स्ट्रगल आई एम पुटिंग इन डूइंग द साधना, दैट अलोन डिसाइड द रिजल्ट. Clear? That alone gives the result. And what is Lord's role in this? He will provide us all these inspirations, all these guidances. But yatna hamara hai. Taking it as anushtana hamara hai. Why? Because first of all or after all, it is my zindagi and my spiritual devotion. अगर मुझे अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेना है, मुझे प्रयत्न करना है, करने के लिए चीजें चाहिए. रिमेंबर, भगवान ने तो हमेशा दे के रखा है. It's not that you ask the Lord the required things that He will give. He has already given human life. He has already given mana buddhi, indriyas. He has already given us birth in sanatan dharma. He has already given such children and wife who are so nagging and troublesome so that you can have vairagya. He has already given such a taskmaster, Swami or Acharya, who is not leaving you even on Ganpati Bappa Moria. What more you want Bhagavan to give? He is giving us variety of shastras. Where is Bhagavatam? Where is Adhyatma Ramayana? Where is Valmiki Ramayana? Where is Taittiriya Upanishad? अब इसे भगवान क्या करेंगे? And whatever daily problems we have, that is our own nonsense way of immature living, where we don't know what food to eat, we don't know what TV program to see, we don't know whom to meet or what to talk or think. All this immature, childlike, childish nonsense is the one which is inviting daily problems of physical health, daily problems of laziness. अब उसको वो भी भगवान ही करना है, तो हमें क्या करना फिर? If I don't have the common sense of keeping myself fit for sadhana, then what have you learned or studied throughout life? 90% of obstacles in our life come only because of our own personal pramada, inadvertence. Now you have to pay the price because of that. Now the other price what we have to pay to avoid this is what? Alert. Every food that is going inside, we must be aware. Food through the mouth, food through the eyes, food through the ears. Is it going to make me spiritual or take me away from spiritual? Should we not? Is it adding to my sattva guna, removing sattva and replacing with tamo guna? जानना नहीं है क्या? Like the young girls are always in the conscious awareness of whatever they take, they calculate it in terms of calories. थोड़ा भी कैलोरीज ज्यादा हो गया या हेफ्टीनेस हो जाता है या फैट, then they are so careful because they want to remain slim, trim and all. Same attitude every spiritual seeker should have, that his mind should be slim, trim, means what? Sattva guna. Will not compromise mind's sattva guna for any of the worldly things. Therefore, the ruthlessness to reject all the things is a basic first prayatnam with which all the avoidable problems can be avoided. Thereafter, the anushtana of the Swadhyaya Paravachana, which is the order of the Shastra, we can do with yatnam. हम कितने मूर्ख होते हैं ना, हमको कोई दवा दारू खाने का पीने का चाहिए तो अमेरिका से मंगाते हैं, और रेलवे स्टेशन में जो गीता प्रेस है उधर से घर के लिए एक उपनिषद बुक नहीं मंगाते. सम ऑफ यू, आई एम श्योर, आई नो दैट यू डोंट हैव द बुक्स इन योर हैंड, बस ऐसे सिनेमा देखने के लिए आकर सुनते होंगे. We get the foreign objects for our bhoga, but when it comes to our own sadhana, we just wait कि अपने आप हवा में उड़कर वो किताब हमारे पास आ जाए. That much effortless we are, lazy we are. Regard to spirituality. हमारा कहना स्पिरिचुअलिटी, भगवान सब कुछ, गुरु सब कुछ तैयार करके रखे, then we sit there like गणपति. That is rejected by this Upanishad ruthlessly when Bhagavan says, Yatnena anushtaye. प्रयत्न प्रयत्न करना है, नहीं होता अपने आप प्रयत्न. और प्रयत्न करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? अनुष्ठान एटीट्यूड. अनुष्ठान का कहाँ से आएगा एटीट्यूड? वी आर बाउंड इन दिस संसार with all the upadhi, we will fall day by day, life by life, if we don't take up the goal as spirituality. This knowledge that Atma Anubhuti is the Lakshya will make us take the Anushtanas. The Anushtana alone will make us do the Yatnam. And the one who does Yatna with an Anushtana attitude alone will be able to do, and he alone grows in spirituality. So generally in every case where we have to do the duties, particularly here in the Swadhyaya Pravachana, the two words called as Anushtana and Yatnataha are worth keeping in mind every moment. प्रयत्न 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 करना है. डोंट बी लेजी. हर एक चीज के लिए समस्या को टालने के लिए कोई ना कोई संभावना होता है. प्रयत्न से वो क्या है समझकर करते जाना, ना कि छोड़ना. सो सर्वैः एतैः युक्तः अपि स्वाध्याय प्रवचने यत्नेन अनुष्ठेये इति एवम् अर्थम. दिस इज व्हाट इज द मीनिंग और द पर्पस टू कन्वे विच सर्वेण सह स्वाध्याय प्रवचन ग्रहणम. हर एक साधना के साथ स्वाध्याय प्रवचन जोड़ने का ये अर्थ है कि उसमें बिजी रहते हुए भी अनुष्ठान के रूप में लेकर स्वाध्याय प्रवचन को यू हैव टू डू इट विथ यत्नतः. Otherwise, the life will go on happening. Never ever we touch the spiritual books, never did the study, never did sadhana, never made others to know about this. This is the biggest problem. हमेशा याद रखना एक बढ़िया सा thought. You will never catch it, I know it, still I say. Because Bhagavan gave us janma, he takes it as an obligation to provide us bhojanam. Only the bhojanam and security Bhagavan provides, but the mukti marga, he keeps it there, but he will not force us or do anything in that regard. It is we who have to do. The one who catches this subtle thing will help himself. Like Puja Gurudev always says, in his convocation addresses, he used to tell this very clearly, because you are under my banner or this banner, you will get 2 times food per day. But your swadhyayam, your sadhana and your pravachanam, nobody can do it for you, you have to do. Very strongly he used to tell. भोजन मिलेगा मेरा नाम लो. बिकॉज कोई ना कोई भक्त खाना देंगे, बिकॉज बिलोंगिंग टू दैट संस्था एंड ऑल. खाना मिल गया, जगह मिल गया रहने को, जिंदगी हो रही है. What about your swadhyaya, your sadhana and pravachana? Nobody can do, you have to. And in all Gurudev's place you can see, whoever the Swamis, Brahmacharis, took the food given, stayed in the shelters given, and never did swadhyaya pravachana, never have grown. Look into whether both they are the grahasthas ho या उनके संस्था से जुड़े लोग भी. And whoever, in spite of all the problems, troubles given by the committees and all, yet stuck to their swadhyaya, pravachana and sadhana, they shined out. Because Gurudev himself believed on yatnam with attitude of anushtana, and it is the way the spirituality happens. No government will tell us Swadhyaya Pravachana. No parents know to tell us. None of your relatives, friends, in none of the thousands and thousands of the programs planned and executed every day in the entire universe, you will find the Swadhyaya Pravachana there. That is the terrible Kali Yuga. कहाँ है बताओ? एक्सेप्ट इन वन दशहरा दीपावली पंडित जी आकर एक आध वेद मंत्र बोल के जाते हैं. इन विच ऑफ द एजेंडास यू हैव सीन that as an anushtana with yatna swadhyaya pravachana done? Is it not? Nowhere. Some places like even in movies, आजकल की नहीं पता मुझे, पिछले वाले में, in all the movies Telugu में maximum of them, when the other nonsense has not grown much, first half a minute they pray to one or the other devata and then they start the movie. नॉट आउट ऑफ भक्ति एंड प्रपत्ति है शरणागति, ऐसी बात है तो सिनेमा ही नहीं निकालते वो लोग. इस सिनेमा में सक्सेस होने के लिए करते, ओनली दैट मच. At least that was there. Even that also is not there. What I am saying is, स्वाध्याय प्रवचन ऐसा हमको कोई देने को तैयार नहीं है. किसी को उसकी महिमा नहीं पता. Therefore हम खुद को ही A to Z यत्न करते हुए अनुष्ठान के रूप में करना पड़ता है. This is one big aspect. Second big aspect is what? Immediate results are not there in Swadhyaya Pravachana. And the results are never in the gross outer form. All the results are inner. So the results are not immediate also, they are inside also, not outside. Therefore, there are always chances to compromise, sacrifice them, because we want substantial outer results. They come through the other activity, not through Swadhyaya Pravachana. More chances are there to give it up. Here also, knowing this thing, we have to again with yatna continue the taken up sadhana. So first swadhyaya yatna and anushtana is initiation, shuru karna. Second meaning of yatna and anushtana is लगातार करते रहना, because long time लगेगा result आने में, वो भी अंदर का परिवर्तन. But once that happens, the inner transformation about vairagya, about mana niyantrana, about sukshmata, about able to focus on the truth and about able to meditate, वो आनंद तो आप करोड़ों 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 रुपए से भी ज्यादा होता है. बट वो मिलने तक जो कंटिन्यू प्रयत्न यत्न करना है वो हमारे हाथ. So it is beginning our yatna with anushtana bhava, consistency also with our yatna and anushtana bhava till the result comes. To convey this, what is the way to convey to these fellows? सोच सोच कर श्रुति माता ने क्या किया? स्वाध्याय प्रवचने स्वाध्याय प्रवचने स्वाध्याय प्रवचने करके 12 बार रिपीट किया. So the Shruti Mata said like one, रुतम cha स्वाध्याय, अरे रुतम किया क्या? किया हूं मैं. स्वाध्याय प्रवचन किया क्या? वो भी किया मैं. सत्यम किया है. Then what? स्वाध्याय प्रवचन भी किया हूं. तपा किया क्या? किया हूं. What about the other one? ये भी. So Shruti Mata taught that way at every step. ये भी किया कि नहीं, ये भी किया कि नहीं. And summary of that Bhagavan says यत्नतः अनुष्ठेयः, ये करने के लिए 12 बार और रिपीट किया गया. Now such very beautiful topics everywhere you don't find. Now if we miss it here, we miss it everywhere. This is the only place we have to encash. So what is encashment? Swadhyaya Pravachana are such an important sadhanas in life, without which we can never evolve spiritually. But unfortunately, they won't happen easily, conveniently. We have to take it as an anushtana and do it sarvayatana. Like in Aditya Hridayam, when Agastyaji teaches Aditya Hridayam and he goes away, Sri Ramaji, Sarvayatna in a Mahata, same word is used for him there, with all the prayatna, because he was in the warfare, mind was distracted towards Ravana. So Agastyaji taught his Aditya Hridayam, Sarva Mahata Yatnena, with his extreme efforts, he read or chanted this Aditya Hridayam 3 times, then he fought with Ravana and killed him. Yatna and yatna is anushtana, and anushtana fulfilled through yatnam. Clear? Now, after saying so, this much is said. Sarva etai karma bhi yuktasyapi swadhyaya pravachane yatnata anushtaye iti evam artham sarvena saha swadhyaya pravachana grahanam. ये अर्थ करने के लिए एक एक साधना के साथ स्वाध्याय प्रवचन को जोड़ा. Now that point is over. Now why Swadhyayam? Now why Pravachanam? Bhagwan Shankara's explanation is so beautiful, so complete, so wonderful. Okay, what is that? First point is what? Swadhyaya adhinam hi artha jnanam. It is repeated listening from the Guru, and it is repeated referring to the Pustaka, studying at home. Swadhyaya alone is the one which gives the Artha Jnanam. Artha Jnanam is both. One, the meaning, knowledge of the meaning, what is written in the book. Second is, if that book is spiritual book, your Artha is Purushartha, Chaturtha Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha, Jnana. So the Artha Jnana is equal to intellectual knowledge about Tattva or Paramatma or Parabrahma. Thoroughly Pakka. So Swadhyaya Adhinam hi Artha Jnanam. That means what? Till the Artha Jnanam thoroughly happens, we have to do this Swadhyaya with Prayatna as Anushthanam. Hope you are catching it. Swadhyaya Adhinam hi Artha Jnanam. And these spiritual knowledge is not like it's a book, it's a pen, it is a table. आप ये बता दो easily समझ में आता, because they're all gross objects. But the spiritual knowledges, whether it is regarding the self and its nature, whether regarding the Maya ityadi, how it is covering the Paramatma, whether the Upadhi and their Tadatmyam, these are such a sublime things ना, वो टिकते नहीं वो knowledge दिमाग में, वो भूल जाते हैं हम. Especially we are so busy in these 12 Anushtanas. It doesn't stay quickly. Therefore, only way is what? Repeated, repeated, repeated. Then only the Artha Jnanam is gained and made to stay. So, like we chanted now, Ganapathaye Shirsham. Every day, 1 week, you do the Swadhyaya of it, chanting of it with the meaning, then you have the Artha Jnanam of it. The Ganapati is spoken as Parabrahma at the same time as Ishvara, at the same time as Upasadeva, ready to bless us if you do the Upasana. That Artha Jnana will come when I do Swadhyaya, every day I study. So, in a very lighter but important sense, it can be put it like this. If you don't do the Swadhyaya of study of Shastra every day, you will never have Artha Jnana. Means, where is the Artha or fulfillment for the life? हर दिन शास्त्र पढ़ो तभी परमात्मा को पाने में ही मुक्ति है, ऐसा वाला जीवन के अर्थ के बारे में ज्ञान आएगा और टिकेगा. Many of us get that Artha Jnanam, that the life is fulfilled in spirituality. But after some days, we give up the study, then again we go back into the worldliness. Many people are so unfortunate that way and self-invited. And they have not come up to this level. If they had stayed up to this, they would have got such a strongest dose. And lucky you and I, we got the strongest dose now. That the Artha Jnanam we should get and it should permanently be there in us. Artha Jnanam is Chaturtha Purushartha is only Moksha Purushartha, and that I only have to gain it. That is the ultimate. This type of feeling is called Artha Jnana. And also, what is the definition of Moksha, or what is the explanation about the Atma Tattva? That also is the meaning of Artha Jnana. So, Swadhyaya Adhinam Artha Jnanam, हर दिन स्वाध्याय करो तभी जाकर उपनिषद के मंत्रों का अर्थ समझ में आएगा, एंड उस मंत्रों में जो परमार्थ का महिमा है वो भी समझ आएगा, और टू गेट दैट परमात्मा व्हाट साधना हैव टू डू वो भी याद रहेगा. स्वाध्याय आधीनम अर्थ ज्ञान. And why the Artha Jnanam should be? Artha Jnana Ayattam or again Adhinam cha Param Shreyaha. Is it not? The supreme good of liberation, moksha, will come only when you have the Artha Jnana. Artha Jnana Ayattam hi Parashreyaha. It is also both ways. That Artha Jnana means the glory of Atma Tattva. When you know that it gives liberation, then you definitely do sadhana and reach it. Second meaning is what? Artha Jnana itself means the nature of the self thoroughly, definitely understood. When the nature of self is understood and accepted, which is called experience, in other words, what is that? Param Shreyaha, you got the moksha. सो अर्थ ज्ञान पता है तो भी परम श्रेय आत्मा अनुभव में है, पता चलेगा। अर्थ ज्ञान के अंदर ही वो मोक्ष को पाने का क्या पद्धति है पता चलेगा। एंड ओनली व्हेन यू हैव द अर्थ ज्ञानम यू डू द साधना एंड यू गेट द परम श्रेय। सी द क्लैरिटी ऑफ इट। स्वाध्यायाधीनम इज अर्थ ज्ञानम, अर्थ ज्ञानायत्तम इज परम श्रेय। Those who give up swadhyaya, they never have what is the goal of life. When they don't have ultimate Paramatma as a goal, they take the world as goal and their life is goal. But I am doing swadhyaya every day. Slowly, it is getting convinced in us the world is ephemeral, mithya, and real. It can never give us permanent happiness. Permanent ananda, happiness, moksha is the only in Paramatma. Artha jnana mil raha hai ki nahi? Then holding on to the Artha Jnana, pursuing spiritual sadhana exclusively, as given to us by the Guru through Shastra. When you do that, Param Shreya, definitely the Param Shreya of Atmanubhuti and Mukti comes. However, we may feel undesiring today with our mind, with our every type of nature. I love this sentence ki Artha Jnana Ayatam hi Param Shreya. By saying so, भगवान शंकर इज एश्योरिंग कि परम श्रेयस पक्का मिलेगा किसी को भी जो भी साधना कर रहा है। बट साधना you can do when you have artha jnana. Artha jnana will have only when do the swadhyaya. Swadhyaya includes listening in the class, reading the book at the home, making your own notes, then taking it to your own heart and seeing ki where do I stand in my life, then where we have to travel, all that put together is called as swadhyaya. स्वाध्याय इज वेरी गंभीर वर्ड। स्वाध्याय का हमको क्या मीनिंग निकलता है जिंदगी भर? लाइक द टीचर हैज गिवन होमवर्क ऑफ फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री, या यू वेंट होम एंड स्टडीड द स्वाध्यायम, then next day teacher asked the question, you answered, and they have put a test, you wrote everything perfect, 100 to 100 marks came. This is what is the definition of the swadhyaya we carry throughout life. But the point is, your 100 marks getting in that physics or chemistry, in what way helped you in mukti? No way, because that jnanam is not at all related to you, the subject. It is an objective knowledge. Therefore, objective knowledge is a swadhyaya. In this confusion, we are all throughout life. When Upanishad uses the same word swadhyaya, please you have to understand it from Upanishad standpoint. Upanishad's meaning of swadhyaya is studying yourself according to what you studied in the Shastra, and don't change the Shastra according to you. Change yourself according to Shastra. That is called Swa-adhyayam. अपने आप को शास्त्र के अनुसार किस लेवल पे हूं मैं जानते हुए क्या करने से उस लेवल पे आऊंगा, जानकर करने को स्वाध्याय कहते हैं. The spiritual swadhyaya is absolutely subjective. The world is swadhyaya is absolutely objective. Objective swadhyaya gives objective things which instead of giving us moksha, they bind us. But subjective swadhyaya gives us the liberation. When I understand the meaning of swadhyaya, when I am studying any of the grantha, and there what is given is knowledge, either directly or through an example of a personality, and study myself, where do I stand in comparison? So these are the good qualities Nachiketa and all of them have. I don't have, I have to. Or these are the values told by Gita, I don't have, I have to practice them. Or these are Tattva Jnana given in the Shastra, I am not convinced about it right now, I have to contemplate and get convinced. In this way, remember, Swadhyaya ka artha kya hai? Any word of any Shastra, of any master, in any class you listen, when it is appealing to you that it is to me, then you are in the mood of Swadhyaya. Shankara Bhagavan did Swadhyaya. What is that? When that old man was doing the Dukkum Karane Abhyasa, somebody doing unconnected, but he took it to himself. That's called Swadhyaya. Then he passed on, because after Swadhyaya you have to do the Pravachanam. Immediately did the Pravachanam. That's the text called Bhajagovinda. And what is the Swadhyaya he did it? That Sanskrit Bhasha which had to be learned in the very young age. Becoming engaged in the entire world, you never study it. And in the old age, you study the basic Sanskrit. When will you study the Shastra? See, the Swadhyaya he learnt there. In the same way, when he went to a park, he saw the children playing, the girls and boys talking to each other. Then he said, Valastavat Krida Saktaha, Tarunastavat Tarani Saktaha, and the old men under the tree, waiting for the tree to fall on their head. What did he do? Nobody taught him, but he learned. When nobody teaches, yet I learn, that's called Swadhyaya. For my life. You see, children are busy in that, youth are busy in this, old are busy in this. Nobody is interested in Brahma Jnanam. Hare, I can't be a pagal like them. Right from childhood only, I'll start busy in my Swadhyaya, my Adhyatmik Sadhana. That is the Swadhyaya. So anywhere, even the passing thought also, if it is teaching me some lesson for my own involvement, that is called as Swadhyaya. And that is why we are kept in this world, given every moment various experiences for us to learn and grow. And that highest level will come when we do the first thing. The first thing of what Guru is teaching us of Shastra, uska swadhyaya karke, then these are the things expected out of me by the Shastra and Guru, मैं करूँगा. That's called Swadhyaya. ठीक है? Then why pravachanam? That will be told tomorrow. We will see. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha Yagnavalka Vaishampayana Vedavyasadi Shankara Gurubhyo Namaha Asmat Gurubhyo Tatsat Brahmarunastu Hongam Ganapathaye Namaha. A very contrast thing. You will see now in our Vidaraniti. Maja aayega. Enjoy the day both in Swadhyaya Pravachana as well as Ganapati Upasana.